Once upon a time, in a faraway land nestled between the mountains and the rivers, there was a kingdom blessed by both the sun and the moon. The kingdom was ruled by a king who, though powerful, was known far and wide for his foolishness. His heart was filled with greed, and his mind was clouded by pride. Despite having all the riches one could desire, the king was not content. He desired more, something beyond the earthly wealth he had amassed. One day, as he gazed upon the sun setting and the moon rising, an idea struck him.
The sun and the moon are more glorious than all my treasures combined. If I could possess them, I would be the greatest ruler of all time.
The king called upon his advisors and commanded them to find a way to capture the sun and the moon. The advisors, wise and loyal, were shocked by the king's demand.
But your majesty, the sun and the moon are not things to be captured. They belong to the heavens.
I am the king. Nothing is beyond my reach. Find a way, or I shall find others who can.
The foolish king built a tall tower, hoping to reach the sun. But as he stretched out his hand, the sun spoke.
"O foolish king, your pride blinds you. If you try to capture me, you will bring ruin upon your land. I give warmth and light to all. Do not let your greed destroy what..."
But the king, stubborn as ever, refused to listen.
Care not for your warnings. You will be mine.
That night, the moon visited the king in his dreams, hoping to change his mind.
"Great king, I bring peace and rest to your people. Without me, the night will be endless, and your kingdom will fall into chaos. Release this desire, and your kingdom will flourish."
But the king's heart was hardened by his desire for glory.
You too shall be mine, and my name will be known across the heavens.
The king's foolish attempts angered the sun and the moon. The sun burned hotter, drying up the rivers and withering the crops. The moon hid its light, leaving the kingdom in endless darkness at night.
Our crops are dying. We cannot see in the dark. What will become of us?
The villagers cried out loud. A kingdom, once thriving, began to crumble under the weight of the king's greed. Only then did the king realize the gravity of his mistake. His desire to possess the sun and the moon had brought nothing but despair to his people.
What have I done? I was blinded by my pride and greed.
Filled with regret, the king climbed the tower once more, not to capture the sun and the moon, but to beg for their forgiveness.
Oh, great sun and moon, I was wrong. I see now that some things are beyond my reach, meant to be shared by all. Please forgive me and restore my kingdom.
The sun and the moon, seeing the king's sincere repentance, decided to show mercy. With the sun and moon restored to their rightful places, the kingdom flourished once more. The king, now wiser, ruled with humility, understanding that not all things are meant to be owned.
Our land is healed, and our king is just.
And so the king learned a valuable lesson. True greatness comes not from possessing all that shines, but from respecting the natural order and sharing its gifts with all.